Sagittarius, this is your week ahead tarot card reading by Born Without Boundaries Tarot. This is abundance. The abundant universe will provide. So resources are coming in, tangible resources, financial, however you interpret it, but it's tangible resources are coming in. Let's get more details. Sagittarius, this is a message for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising sign. It is an energy reading, so please take it where and how it resonates in your life. It is your message. I don't attach any dates to this. It's timeless for that reason, but it comes to you when you're ready to receive the message. It comes to you when you're calling it into you. That being said, I do create a new message for Sagittarius every single week. So if you love these messages, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring that notification bell so that you know when I upload your favorite content. If you're looking for personal readings, I do those. I have, I think, one more space available this week, if that, but definitely next week. This is for deep dives into very personal issues that you want a deep analysis of. So check out my website and you can pick what's right for you. There's a lot of different services over there. So one brief announcement I've got going on for you guys, Sagittarius. The BWOB membership is something that I am trying to encourage more people to join. I'm so proud of those people who are members already. So from this point on, every solstice and every equinox, I'm going to hold a raffle. It's a cash giveaway, cash prizes to 3 very fortunate BWOB members, but you do have to be a BWOB member, and this is for like infinity. It's just going to keep going on forever. I'll do it on a regular basis. So once more, you can't win if you don't play, FYI. So do sign up for the BWOB membership today. All right, Sagittarius, let's get into your reading. So we have the abundant universe will provide, and this is 10. 10 is often a number of abundance because it's like the number that, it's like it's completion. It's like you've gotten to the highest point. You've made it. It's like everything all at once. And this is Taurus energy, so it does imply finances. So if there's any concerns about finances or resources, that they're coming to you, and you'll start to see that grow this week. Now we have watch and wait. It's kind of run flat. So it's almost like just in the nick of time. This is how I would interpret the placement of this card. This sense of maybe we were starting to lose a little bit of hope, which makes sense because as the pressure grows, it gets more and more stressful. So there's almost a sense of just in the nick of time, the abundant universe will provide. Okay, let's get into this card that's been buried. Turn knowledge into wisdom. We have a moon card here. This could be associated to the timeline, meaning the full moon. I believe it's on March 24th. It's going to be a full moon in Libra, which is really interesting. I want you guys to think back to the new moon in Libra was an annular eclipse. So it really started a huge, tremendous change that was going on. And when that will actually be completed is this full moon in Libra coming up. So this full moon is actually so much more important because it is the other side and the completion of a cycle that began with an annular eclipse. I'm going to go into that on Astrology Motivation, so watch out for that video. But ultimately, there's a sense of maybe things have been rough, or there's been a lot of changes that you have not been able to sort of keep up with. Whatever this is a sense of the timeline. Also, the moon has to do with your intuition, and it has to do with your spirituality. It has to do with your dreams. Think of it. I know it's a wolf card, but I think of moon all the time. Turn knowledge into wisdom. So it's not about what you know. It's about what you can do with what you know, and what your awareness of the things that have happened, and we do have a past card here, is going to teach you on how it's going to instruct you. So the past does play a little bit of a role in this. We still have this card to reveal. We have there is always enough. This is Piscean energy. This also speaks of finances. In Lenormand, the fish card is always financial. It also speaks to fertility and abundance. So this Piscean energy is almost like making something out of nothing, or being creative, especially with what you have. The resources are already there. It's sort of just like have to amalgamate and manifest. So we're going to get deeper into this. Hold on. Let's flip over the past card. Then we have open to infinite possibilities. Did not expect this. This could have been something going off or happening in Aquarius season, which would have been the end of January through sort of the end of February. So this has to do with hopes and aspirations, something you aspire to be, something that's aspirational. And then we have everything kind of cascading into just in the nick of time. The finances show up. The money shows up, the resources show up. So let's get into the details of what all this is, Sagittarius. Good news. I'll take it. Sagittarius, okay, so it has to do with a happy family. It has to do with contentment and fulfillment of your emotions, emotional contentment, emotional fulfillment. I said that. 10 of Cups, okay. Could be something to do with home. And then we have that Libra energy. I would also take that as a support for the full moon that is coming up. Remember, it's a full moon in Aries season, which means that the moon is in the zodiac sign of Libra. So that's where we are. Temperance, this is you showing up. It's figuring out how to make things work. And it's also saying, look to enjoy. It's almost like saying this, Sagittarius. You already have everything that you need. If you look at what truly makes you happy and you focus on your happiness and your family or those things around you, you'll see temperance is sort of tempering how you behave, like not being extreme or going to extremes. That's the way that you'll be able to make something work. This is very creative energy. It does have a push-pull energy just like the Justice card does. So it's almost like figuring out how to make everything come together and work out by not going overboard, by being wise and rational, but also being creative and hopeful and always focusing on the optimism. So that's kind of what this is. This is some situation at home that's probably going to finally work out, that you'll find a solution to. This is some solution maybe with a house, or maybe with just a heart situation that you're going to figure out a solution to. Justice means there could be some actual court decision or some sort of executive decision that's made outside of you that could very much be impacting your life, and that would really help out your situation and bring a lot of joy to you. If that's the case, let's see what that's about. So what is this temperance and justice here? It's almost like things are going to get better by that full moon. There's just a release of tension here, finally being able to figure out how to work something out. Ten of Pentacles is in your future. Eight of Swords is what you're dealing with now. So there was something that you felt, okay. So right now what you're still dealing with, so it's almost like for right now, Sagittarius, take things very moderately. That's what temperance is, or Temperance is working with what you have and finding a way to meld two things together that don't seem to fit. But it is possible with that ingenuity, a sense of blessing for things that just work out. They will be working out. 5 of Wands and 8 of Swords has come out together. This means that you're cutting off the competition, that you're separating yourself from any of the strife or any of the red tape. This means cutting that out, leaving it behind, or like getting out of a situation that's causing a lot of contention, where there may be a lot of competition, maybe a lot of red tape. This is a sense of getting out of that, like getting away from it. Two of these cards come out. What do I mean by these cards? Sort of more negative connotations, right? There's that sense of there's that sense of feeling like something's against you with those 2 cards. But two negatives make a positive, and that's what it's saying, is almost like being left behind by the competition or getting out of the rat race in some ways, almost like realizing that's not me, or almost being glad that you don't have to like fight or scratch or claw or compete anymore. That's what's happening this week, finding a way to like almost be happy with that and bring back your contentment and your sense of peace, because that kind of craziness is done. And then we have a little bit into the future, which is 10 of Pentacles and 11. Wow. Okay, so 10 of Pentacles is rooting yourself and rooting yourself in abundance. This is actually could be a home, could be a house, setting up to buy something. It's just saying that basically what's happening this week is opening the doors for abundance that you may have kind of felt like, oh, this is never going to be for me because there's so much contention. But this contention is now cut off, or you're separating yourself from it. And that's why it's saying this week there's still that sort of kind of conservative, not politically conservative, but like conservative way of doing things, not spending too much, not going too crazy, but just sort of like finding a way to be content with everything that you already have. But after this week, it's opening up for you. There's a sense of when you realize how to temper this, abundance comes out. It's something that's preparing you. Maybe you're going to be spending a lot of money, but the good news is you'll have a lot of money. There's something here that you're preparing for. Prep period. Okay, so let's get into a moon card. We need to pick one of those. A new moon in Libra. So a new moon in, what did I just talk about? I talked about the new moon in Libra that happened about 6 months ago now. That was an annular eclipse. So there was that ring of fire, and it was a big event because now coming up in about a month, less than a month now, there's going to be another new moon, and on the next new moon that we experience, it's going to be a new moon in Aries. It's on April 8th, and that's going to be a total eclipse. So why is this important? Because we were just talking about this new moon in Libra, or the new moon in Libra that already happened. A new romantic cycle begins. So think back to October, around the time when this would have happened. What started to pop off around that time? Because it is this that will come to a completion. It is that will fulfill itself and let go and release. And then whatever things that are associated with that will be out of the way. There is a release that's coming with whatever began way back in October for you. So let's get a little bit Sagittarius. Okay, so there was undermining here. 7 of Swords, something here that undermined your efforts. That was taking your ideas, taking away, like every time you thought something or wanted to try something, it would fail or it would be undermined. I don't know if it's real stealing, but could have. Okay, why did this card come out for Sagittarius, please? It's sweeping something here is like highway robbery. Okay, and then just in the nick of time, that's the competition. It's the laws, it's the rules, it's the regulations, and there's action that's about to be taken with regards to that. I don't know what that really means. Maybe it means something specific to you. But there's action that's going to be taken, or you've taken action to sort of you've taken action to undermine the competition, or maybe you did something that kind of jumped through a lot of loopholes. Like that could have been too. You could have done something that jumped through a lot of loopholes, in which case either that's going to catch up to you, or that phase of having to feel like you're jumping through loopholes will be over. Something is coming to a conclusion now. How will that impact Sagittarius? So it seems like you've already got everything you need. Like you acted upon it and you got everything that you need, sort of just in the nick of time. You skated through. So how is all this going to impact Sagittarius? That's once again 5 of Swords. There's something here that could be challenging that's coming up. It's almost like saying this happy cycle, or this cycle of opportunities, is ending. So do what you need to do this week, right? Do what you need to do this week, and then hold on to your hats. This could also be like defeating some kind of financial stability. Something that could defeat financial stability. So it's almost like be ready to be malleable and be creative and figure out how to take those resources in. But the abundant universe will provide, and it did. You have something that you can hold on to. But what is this? Why does the 5 of Swords keep popping up? What do you want me to know? What do you want me to tell Sagittarius, God? The Chariot. It's moving on from something. This could have to do with your family. It's finally moving on. It's being able to move on from whatever financial constraint was upon you. Being able to travel forward and move on and move away from that. And the Lovers is here, so that at the very least means that you're finding somebody, or finding a way to like finding somebody that will help you out of it, or help you move forward with something. Could even be starting a family. It's just connecting with somebody that you were meant to be with, and finally being able to move forward without any of the craziness and contention. So this is like the last week where you'll have to like sort of be sort of malleable and creative. It's wrapping itself up is what it's saying. And ultimately, on the other side of the craziness that is this week is a beautiful set of abundance. So let's go into the extended, guys. Remember, you can join the BWOB membership, or you can buy it singular. Both links are down below. I'll see you guys there.